What up, bitches? Welcome to the ninth episode of the FBG podcast. Woohoo! Thank you guys so much for joining me. Oh my goodness, I'm sorry, I forgot. I have been missing. Let's talk about it. All right. As we all know, I'm a law student and I am in my last year. And for the past 4 years of my law degree, the papers, the subjects that I take are full year long, so semester one and semester two. And normally I have one 1,000 word essay that's due in like July or August. And then all my exams are in November at the end of the year. So throughout the year, I am chilling. And then, as we all know, the month before the exam, I lock the fuck in and I study for like 18 hours a day and I teach myself all the content in a matter of a month, and that's all good. However, I'm done with all those papers and I'm taking semester and semester papers. You think that'd be easy? Absolutely not. Oh my goodness. So, not only am I taking semester one and semester two papers, but the law school has now introduced that no exam can be more than 50%. And what I said before, the essay and the essay would be with 30% and the exam will be with 70. So now that no exams can be more than 50%, they've introduced more assignments. So I've had assignments due like every week and it's been fine up until the last couple of weeks because everything is due tomorrow. And I submitted everything yesterday, but where I've been the last 2 weeks is working on this assignment for family law that is 50 pages, 17,000 words. Like, what the fuck? The most amount of words I've ever done in my law school journey is 3,750. 17,000. So I started it 2 weeks ago, and then every single day I was going to sleep at like 3 in the morning, and every single day I'd be like, okay, I'm gonna film my pod tonight. Then it would get to 3 in the morning, and I could barely speak. Like, bro, I have been struggling. I couldn't form a sentence. I felt like a shell of a human being, and I was studying at my desk for the most part, so I wouldn't speak like the entire day. I'd be up for 20 hours. It was rough, but I submitted it yesterday. And this semester has been wild. And also, I keep forgetting the fact that I did summer school for the first time. So I started uni in January, and I've been locked in for like 10, 12 hours a day ever since then. And the content has been really difficult as well. I've been getting great grades. If you haven't seen my little TikTok reactions, I have a few more coming through. So fingers crossed that they're all good. But it's just been absolutely diabolical in the trenches doing all these assignments every other week, and it's not easy stuff. And yeah, I'm just so sorry that I couldn't make it. I really wanted to, but I'm here now. I have an exam on the 12th of June. I've been studying for that since 9 a.m. and it's like 8 p.m. now, for employment law. And then, so that's on the 12th of June. And then once that's over, I need to study for my ethics exam. And that's on the 18th of June. And then we are done. Holy, I'm not going to Europe. So I'll be on this couch every week for you guys, every 2 weeks, because when I was doing it every week, it was fine up until uni just got absolutely crazy. Diabolical. But yeah, I'm really sorry, and that's where I've been. I've been studying at my desk or at uni for like 12 hours, and it's been so sad. Oh, I've hated it so much. However, I'm very grateful for my education. But the thing I wanted to talk about today is the highs and the lows of being a law student that lives alone. And I just want to like preface and start off by saying how lucky am I to be a law student that lives alone. These my experiences are superficial, and I placed myself in this position and I'm so lucky and I'm so grateful, and I choose it over and over again. But that doesn't negate the fact that it can be a struggle sometimes, and it can be really hard to get through the day, and it can be really stressful. So I just want to say that I'm lucky, I'm grateful, I choose it all over again, but I want to talk about a lot of the struggles and the reality and the lows of being a law student that lives alone. But I want you to know that I'm aware of my privilege. I'm so privileged and I'm so lucky and I'm so grateful, but fucking hell, it can be really rough sometimes. So if you have ever lived by yourself, then you kind of already know what I'm talking about. So I moved into my apartment 2 years ago in like a week. So I've been living here for 2 years. Let's talk about my like living situation for a little bit. I'm not going to go too in depth. A few of you guys know why I live alone. I'm not ready to talk about it yet, but I'll give you like a little long story short situation. I'll talk about it one day maybe, but it's not something I want to share just yet. But I moved out of home when I was 17 and I went to Halls. I was in Waipa for like 6 months, but then it was the second round of COVID in 2021, so then I went back home to Napier for 6 months. And then once COVID eased up, I moved into a 2-bedroom apartment in January of 2022, and I lived there for a year. And I'll leave it at that. Then after that, I moved into a 5-bedroom apartment at like the end of Mount Eden, like Three Kings vibes. It was good at first, but I got a job at a law firm in the city. So every day I had to bus into the city and go to work, and I was excruciatingly depressed. I actually ended up having a severe mental breakdown, which I could talk about at some point, like a proper mental breakdown where I had to leave my job like that hour. I went back to my flat, I packed all my stuff into my car, then I moved and lived with my parents for a little bit because it was full-blown mental breakdown. And then after that, I moved into this place. So my living history hasn't been the best. However, it's great now for the most part. So yeah, I moved into this apartment because I was like, I can't live with other people. I just had really bad experiences over and over again. So I got to the point where just like, fuck it, I'm living by myself. And I signed the lease to this place when I thought I had more money coming in. And then once I signed the lease, I realized that I'm not. I still like, I get by, but I thought I was going to be able to live a lot more comfortably. So ever since I've moved in here, it's been really, really good. But the thing about living by yourself, and I'm not saying that people don't do this when they don't live by themselves, but everything is on you, obviously, but there's a kind of like different sort of pressure where everything falls on you. If I get sick, there is no one to help me. When I listen to this. When I moved into this place, I had all my shit in here. It was a goddamn mess. And then I got food poisoning for like 3 days. I was throwing up, doing the whole thing everywhere, alone, could barely like move or speak with all my shit everywhere. And it was just, I just wish I had someone to help me, to like make me some soup or something, or like hold my hair back. But it's just stuff like that. It's the lack of physical support, and I know that you don't always get physical support. I'm trying to say everything without like coming off like entitled or what's the word? Out of touch. Out of touch. I promise that I'm trying to be aware of everything, okay? But not having that physical support can, in my experience, can make things really stressful. It's like if I get really depressed and I can't get out of bed, the dishes in the sink will keep growing mold until I have the mental capacity to suss it out. The bathroom will be, the shower, the sink, the toilet will be awful until I'm the one that cleans it. Just having every single piece of your life completely 100% all just on you while you're doing a law degree and studying for 12 hours a day every single day doing these ridiculously difficult, complex... Hey, I'll stop right there. I've got to make a habit not to use 25,000 goddamn adjectives every single time I want to say a sentence and describe something really simply. Oh, also guys, oh my god, I almost forgot. If you're watching this, I have a oh my god, I can't believe I forgot to say this. I have a pizza stain on my shirt. And I'm aware of it. Oh, fuck, should have mentioned that sooner. I hope people have not like clocked out in the last like 10 minutes and went away with just the fact that I have a pizza stain on my shirt. I'm aware of it. Anyways, what the fuck was I talking about? But just all the physical aspects, and it's not even just the physical, it's having no one to be there with me when I have anxiety and getting ready by myself. All of that I love, but it can just be really hard not having anyone to lean on after a long day of studying. And I love it and I wouldn't change it for the world, but the lows definitely come around every now and then, and like I said before, like studying at my desk for 12 hours a day, then realizing I haven't spoken to anyone, and then cleaning the kitchen, doing the washing, just doing all that stuff, and then just getting into bed with having no human interaction and just having no one to lean on, even physically as well, during a really, really hard day at uni. And again, I'm not saying that if you like don't live by yourself that you don't have that experience, of course, but not having an option for that whatsoever can make getting through the days and the weeks really difficult. I'm not saying I want to come home to like a cooked meal and a clean place, and that's what I'd get if I wouldn't live by myself, but it's the fact that there is no option for that at all. It's like when the bills come in, I need to figure out a way to pay for it. Oh, and don't get me started on food. Cooking and going grocery shopping when you live by yourself, that is one of the worst experiences I've ever had in my whole life. Like, it's absolutely diabolical, because if I buy a cucumber, what if I don't want to eat a cucumber every day, then it goes off? And it's just like, oh, the guilt, because, and also being a law student, it all just ties in. When I'm studying really hard out at my desk for 12 hours, I resort to what's easy. Like the past, like, couple of weeks, all I've eaten is chicken nuggets and crackers and like fries. And studying such a hard degree and not having the mental energy, we're going to get into that soon, to care for my meals and my health. You know, at the start of the week, I'll buy all these fresh vegetables, and I'm like, oh, slay, I'm gonna cook up a storm. Oh, hell yeah! And it gets to Thursday, and I'm on my 40th hour of studying, and I'm just air frying chicken nuggets again, and the food's going off, and it's just like, oh, it's just, I just wish I had like some food to share with people as well when it goes off. And then it's also the fact that like sometimes like my power bill will be crazy, and then I don't know where I'm going to get my next meal from, but then I still need to submit my assignment at the like end of the week, and it's just like, oh my god. But I love it, and I'm grateful, and how grateful I am to have these problems. But fuck, man, it can be really, really rough sometimes. And being a law student that lives by themselves, it means I have such little mental capacity for things outside of uni and surviving. I think that's probably the best way to put it. After I've been studying all day, and after I've cleaned the kitchen, done the vacuuming, done the washing, blah, 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 I get into bed, and all I want to do is do some work on my goals, post on social media, do my journaling, my meditation. I want to read a book, and I want to do all these things. I want to devise plans to make the world a better place, and I want to make an impact. And I just want to do all these things that fulfill my soul outside of these trivial uni assignments that one person's going to read, mark, and then that'll be it, and it goes off into nothingness. But I don't have the time for that. I get into bed and I go on TikTok for an hour until I can't open my eyes anymore. Then I go to sleep, and it just repeat. And then by the end of the week, once it gets to Saturday, all I want to do is just go out, have a couple drinks, and dance. Also, fun fact, the reason I go out every weekend is because when I get to the club, I literally close my eyes and I listen to the music, and I just dance the entire time. I don't even talk to anyone. Because I was a dancer growing up. It's kind of like my little outlet. Just having a drink or two. I'm fucking lying. Having a few drinks. And just dancing. And then that's my like little reset. And then Sunday I'll have a good sleep. And then Monday it's just right back into it. And I try my best to make the time. And then I feel guilty for not having that discipline, because I'm disciplined with uni. I'm disciplined with studying all day. But when it comes to things that really matter to me and that are really important to me, I resort to what's easy, and I resort to TikTok when, the hour before bed I could be reading, I could be journaling, and I could be working on my goals, and I could be doing all these things, but it's the fact that I don't have any, like, extra mental energy and mental capacity to do these things, and then it just becomes a whole cycle, and then I realize, oh shit, I need to do all these things, I don't know how I'm paying the water bill, fuck, I don't know what I'm eating tomorrow, shit, I only have $20 left, and I have no food for the rest of the week, and it's just like, oh my goodness. It can definitely be a lot and be a mission. But I'm doing fine. I'm doing well. And as I keep saying, I'm thankful and grateful for this. And I love it so much, but it's just not having that emotional, that physical support, and then not having the mental energy and capacity to outside of surviving and studying, which also translates into guilt as well. Because another thing is that this semester I've been really struggling with taking a long time to do things. If you've been keeping up with my daily vlogs, I kind of talked about this a little bit, but when I say I'm studying for 12 hours a day, that's not good. That doesn't mean that I'm smart. Like, I used to be able to do an assignment in a day and hand it in. Didn't get the best grades, but I still, was decent. But it takes me like so long to do everything as well now, and that's been stressing me out because I'm starting to think that maybe I'm not that smart, but I have been getting like the best grades I've ever have gotten, but it's annoying that my brain is just taking so long to do everything. And I also think it's the fact that I'm starting to run out of academic steam and academic power as well. But doing this for 5 years now, just all my mental energy going towards these stupid assignments. And I guess they're not stupid, and I guess obviously I'm not going to get into the whole pros of a law degree, but when I say I'm excited for it to be over, you have no idea. I love it so much though, but I always say I wish I could just wake up and go to Pilates, and then go get my hair done, and then go get my nails done, and then like take the dog for a walk or something. But having this education is amazing, and I wouldn't change it for the world. It's just, I wish my brain didn't take so long to do everything. That's been the hardest part of this year as well. So I can't just do things quickly. And the fact that it takes me so long takes even more of these hours. But yeah, I do want to say that all the times I say I'm studying for X amount of hours, it's not to be like, oh my God, it's embarrassing that I have to study for that long to like get these assignments done and to hand these things in. But it's fine. I'm doing well and I love my life, but it doesn't mean that it doesn't come without a cost. And like, I can't do other things that I want to do that actually provide my soul with fulfillment as well. I'd love to just wake up and paint, or read a non-fiction book. And I know that I can, and there's nothing stopping me, but surviving and studying is just my life right now. And I'm not complaining, just identifying how it is and why I've been away for so long. That's what I've been doing. I'm just so excited for this year to be over, bro. 5 goddamn years of this shit. Because, so like with the law degree, the assignments, you either answer an essay question or you do a problem question. And you're required to do so much research. Like for this family law assignment, I probably read like 200 cases. I probably read like 500 pages worth of research and stuff. And the thing is, you need to read it, understand it, abstract what's relevant, and then apply it in a way that develops your argument in the correct way. And it's just, I won't explain the whole process of doing a law degree, but it is hard. I used to think it was easy, but once I started doing land law and equity in my 4th year, I was like, nah, this shit is difficult. It's really good though, because I feel like I'm so goddamn smart, but it's like 90% of my brain power, bro. 99% of my thoughts used to be about food and eating disorder. Now 99% of my thoughts are on goddamn law. But it's good. I love this life so much, but it is hard trying to survive, especially when you get depressed and you get anxious and you have no energy to do anything. But yeah, you should still keep your apartment clean, and you got to make sure there's no mold growing in the shower, and you can't have moldy food growing and then you feel bad because you wanted to eat salads that week but you've been studying all day and then you just eat chicken nuggets and crackers. It's my own fault, but that's kind of the highs and lows. I haven't talked about the highs. There's a lot of them. I love it. Everything else is a high. Like, this life is fucking fantastic and I'm so happy and everything about it is 10 out of 10 and I've never been this happy for my whole life. But it is a struggle sometimes and there is a lot of lows. But yeah, that's like my life at the moment, and that's kind of, I don't want to say what I've been dealing with, but what I've been doing. Studying and surviving. is kind of the takeaway from this episode. And if you're not a uni student or not a law student, that's kind of the vibe of it. And if you don't live alone, that's somewhat of the vibe of it. And you know what I'm going to do after this? I'm going to go back to studying. Then I'm going to clean the kitchen, vacuum, whatever the fuck, everything that you need to do, and then go to sleep. And then try and figure out what I'm going to have for dinner. And then breakfast, lunch, and dinner tomorrow. I try to do everything, but it's just my brain. I just get so tired at the end of the day, and all I want to do is just go on TikTok and go to sleep. And I feel guilty for doing that. But it's fine. I always say to my friends that, like, during this time of, like, really hard stuff, like, these past couple weeks and these next couple weeks are going to be hard because I just finished all my massive assignments and now I'm doing my exams. So I say to my friends, it's just what we need to do to survive. Like, at my exams last year, I was eating, like, pies and Maccas every single day. But I didn't feel bad about it because it was just what I needed to do to get through the day. And then you can refocus on health, wellness, and fulfillment after that. You should try to do it at the same time, but if you can't, that's okay. Oh my goodness. Goddamn law degree. But it's fine. It's a slay, and I love my life so much. But yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed this week. Also, I actually start crying if I talk about it too much. No, I don't want to cry. So many of you guys listen to this, and it makes me so happy. Like over 300 people, like, on average, listen to all the episodes. And I just think that's like a lecture room at uni. And imagine, like, a whole lecture, like, coming out of the day to come and listen to me. It just makes me so happy because, oh, guys, I feel like I've said this so many times, but genuinely, from the bottom of my heart, when I first decided to do this pod, I thought I'm going to have to take the L and the embarrassment of, because I always wanted to post it on YouTube, of uploading it on YouTube and on Spotify, and taking the embarrassment that the YouTube video is going to get 10 views. But it doesn't get 10 views. And even if it did, that would still make me so happy. I just can't believe it. And people come up to me in person and tell me how much they love the pod. Like, I had no idea. I thought it'd just be my friends, like my 5 friends that would listen to it. But it makes me so happy. And I hope every single time that you listen, that your day is a little bit brighter. That maybe you've thought about something that you haven't before. And for the most part, that you feel less alone in your experiences. Even though my experience is a little bit unique, but it's a little bit of an insight into the world of Willow. Slay. Okay, I need to continue studying for my employment law exam, but I will see you guys. I'll try to next week. I'll try, but if not, the week after that. I love you. Bye-bye.